Right, so for this sessions, we're going to start with exercise 39. And as you noticed from the last two, I also showed some of the issues that I had when I tried to build up some of the exercise solutions, and you also saw how I solved it. Now in this one we have to create a subclass called a value partition, and we have to create a value partition called spiciness value partition. So let's go ahead and do that. So under thing, right, so that's the root object, and I create one that's called value position. Let's make it the same, right? And create a subclass on the value partition called spiciness partition. Just copy. So here, and this one is a subclass, that's a sibling class, right? So a subclass called spiciness partition. So there we go. We have one underneath. Now create 3 new classes as subclasses of spiciness value partition. So hot, medium, and mild. So under this we will have hot, and then I can do sibling class, right? So medium and mild. Oh, there we go. So mild, medium, hot. So make the classes of these disjoint with each other. So I'll just click mild, I say disjoint with, and disjoint with the other two, right? So now they are disjoint with each other. Okay. Okay, I could have done it using, okay, let's see, we select hot, and from the edit menu, let's see if we have that option. Make all siblings disjoint. So we don't have that as an option, but I did it by using the previous method that we have used in earlier during these sessions. Right, so then in the object property tab, we create a new object property called has spiciness. So let's go to object property tab, and we create a new one called has spiciness. Has spiciness, right? So that's the one right under the root. Okay. Now we set a range of this property to spiciness value partition, right? And make this new property functional by ticking the functional box. So it's functional, and we set the range to spiciness to spiciness value partition, right? So there we go, and add a covering axiom to the spiciness value partition. So highlight value spiciness value partition in the class hierarchy, and in the equivalent class section in the class description, select the add icon and type hot, medium, or mild, right? So we go back to the class hierarchy, we click spiciness, so let's see, where do we have equivalent to? That's this one here. So we add, and see if we can type hot, okay, let's try here. That seems okay. Let's try just to select one, equivalent to, then hot, and so that doesn't really look like it, does it? Or mild. That's better, isn't it? So remove the other one. So this looks better. So we went into the class expression editor and we type hot or medium or mild, right? So that's what we're supposed to have, hot or medium or mild. Let's see if we click the plus. Yeah, that would work here. Hot. Yeah. So that's the one. Just verifying. It seems sometimes that the app acts up funny, but at least we get it to work. Right, so that was this step. Let's go on to the next. So specify has spiciness restrictions on pizza toppings, right? So make sure we select jalapeno pepper topping, right? So we go to, where do we have it? Pepper topping, jalapeno, so I selected that one, and so in we try to use the subclass of, it doesn't have a superclass, so let's do the subclass of, and the class class expression editor, right? And we type as spiciness some hot. So that was one. We press OK. So we have added has spiciness, some hot. So repeat that for each of the bottom level pizza toppings. So the bottom level pizza topping, green pepper, red pepper. So let's say this one is medium, right? So has spiciness, some medium, and this one has spiciness, some mild, right? So then we've added this for each of these. Okay, so that's 40. So let's go to the next one. Create a subclass of pizza called spicy pizza. So we have this one of pizza called spicy pizza. Okay, so we have created one that's called spicy pizza, and then this one should have in the subclass here, we need to have has topping, some, and what kind of topping? Spiciness. So pizza topping and has spiciness, some hot, right? So that's what we have to write here. So which contain the individuals of the member of the class pizza topping, so or any other pizza topping can be added, right? But it also has the property hot. Okay, to create this in text box type. Okay, so we put some brackets on it. No, we can put some brackets. See if that makes any difference. Pizza topping and oh, sorry, has topping, some pizza topping and spiciness, some hot. Okay, so we include the brackets just as they describe here, right? So so we say okay, and then in the edit menu we can convert to defined class. So there I have selected spicy pizza, I convert to defined class, so that's done. Okay, and 42, let's run the reasoner. So I start the reasoner. In this case I've selected the hermit, so let's see what it says. So we have some pizza topping coming up. Spicy pizza, Americana hot pizza is a spicy one, right? So that was the one that we want to see if it's hot, right? We have oh, okay, so we have nothing on this one. Yeah, cheesy pizza. These are all those that has some cheese topping. You can see here, cheese topping. And this one has something hot. Right, let's go back, stopping the reasoner. And go on to the next one. Create an interesting pizza that has at least 3 toppings. So we go back to the class tab. We select pizza and we create a subclass. We call it interesting pizza. So we have one called interesting pizza, and we click that one, go to the subclass of, and we type as topping. And then minimum, and what it says, specify a minimum of 3 type, right? Let's see, topping. Let's try this. As topping, minimum 3 pizza topping. This doesn't work. As topping, minimum 3. Okay, pizza as topping, and then minimum 3. Okay. So we've selected this one as topping, minimum, and number 3, right? So, okay, and then we have to convert to define class. So this is selected, go to edit, convert to define class. So now this one is written. Okay, let's use the reasoner again. So interesting pizza, we have 3 pizza that comes up that have minimum 3 toppings, right? So you go to invert after you have started the reasoner, and then you get the populated data in those new pizza definitions. Okay. Okay, create a 4 cheese pizza that has exactly 4 cheese toppings. So let's go to pizza, and then we create a subclass. We call it 4 cheese pizza. Okay, and In here we have to select has topping, and we have to use exactly, and then the quantity by specify into the text box. Okay. Let's see how that works. So there we go. Has topping. Has exactly 4 topping. Can we type cheese topping here? Has exactly 4, and then cheese topping, right? We should probably convert to define class and run the reasoner, and let's see. We don't have anything here. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have confirmed. Let's try. Stop this. Have exactly 4. So the definition. Okay, so we may not have anything with 4. So then we probably have to go on and create some. Okay, we'll do that in a moment.